one of the key things in Little Big Planet 3 that we've, gone from Little Big Planet 2 and Little Big Planet 1 is that we've gone from 3 playable layers, because they could in the older games,
Sure.
they could only make so much. It's kind of limited, but the community actually found ways to glitch layers and put stuff in the background. So it looks really cool, but you really couldn't, let's say, interact with it.
Okay.
You can only have Sackboy go with those 3 layers. So we, at Sumo Digital and Sony, decided to say, let's go from 3 to 16 playable layers. So as you can see right there, already loads of depth. It's not the prettiest thing in the world.
Right.
But I put this together like in maybe 30 minutes.
I think it's the prettiest thing in the world. For me, that's heaven.
Yep. Made a basketball game. In Little Big Planet 2, you really couldn't do that. You couldn't throw things into the world and it won't come back at you. But now, like, let's say if this was made in Little Big Planet 2, it would only go side to side. But
because it was an illusion.
Exactly.
Right.
So now,
that's
you're
amazing.
bad at basketball.
I am. See, just like in real life. So
I think you can get those hoops.
Yeah.
You got it. At least one, man.
I normally made it to like make myself look good, but obviously I'm not doing a very good job with that.
You're failing as a designer right now a bit.
Oh no!
What have I done?
Can you dunk it, man? Fly from half court.
Straight over.
Whoa!
Oh!
That was it. Dunk yourself. Dunk your own body.
Boom.
That was incredible.
Job done.
It was a chaos dunk.
That was amazing. I asked you if you could do it. You just owned it. You made it happen. Anything can happen in this game now.
Exactly. So one of the cool things that we did, because we've added so many layers, we've added these things called 3D layer tools. And one of them is the layer launcher. And it's like kind of like a circus cannon that shoots Sackboy into the world, out of the world, so on and so forth. So I'm going to try to make this shot. We'll see where it goes from here. Please work. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
see,
man.
more interactivity in the background.
Yeah, there's so much going on.
Yep.
And you just throw yourself.
Bye.
Oh.
So yeah, that's really some of the cool things that you can do. And it's really easy to place into the world as well. So you just go into a tools bag, find it right here, a layer launcher. And then you can actually set in the layer launcher what layer you want to go to. So it's completely customizable. Like you can just pop it in there and then slide into the menus like this. And then right here, you can go forward, backward. So let's aim for that bit right here, the target, and see what happens. And then once you've done that, just bounce right on.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I still love that cat that's there. Just a cat rocketing into space, because
that's
why
so
not?
good.
Because it's Little Big Planet.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it makes sense there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
really,
so awesome.
Really interesting things. Yeah, and of course, like all the new characters that you've added, or that we've added to the game, and we'll actually get to that. You can add too. Can activate, can use all these tools as well. And so the next bit is the slide. And now, if you've ever been on a slide, I hope you have.
I've done that.
Okay, so
several times. I might be sliding right now.
You do look low.
I'm low down in this chair. This chair is just a natural sliding machine.
Yeah, definitely. So the slide here, it allows Sackboy and friends to just go from the background to the foreground like that. Just kind of like a playground. So if you ever wanted to make like a playground level, something like, kind of like an Indiana Jones type thing where you're getting chased by something and you're like, oh shoot, I got to slide down. Yeah, stuff like that. Really good. And then, again, like I mentioned, not only can Sackboy use it, his friends can too. So here we have Sackboy pushing.
Oh, you just knocked him around.
Yeah, just knocked him around.
Well, that's what friends are for,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Oh, and then you blow them up. Even better.
That's the way it works, Little Big Planet.
Not that we encourage as a company blowing up your real friends.
No, but they're
Let's legally disclaim that right now.
They're sacked.
Your sack friends.
They're sack friends.
The sack folk.
Fair game.
They're built to do these kind of things. And the cool thing is you can actually edit and customize the way the slides look. So you can have something that looks solid over here, like that, or you can add a water material to it.
Could you make cats come out of it?
You make cats come out of everything if you want.
Okay, there you go.
Basically, once the game comes out, we're going to be watching for your cat level.
Yeah.
Cat everything.
Rocket cats.
I love cats.
I want rocket cats.
You want rocket cats? It'll be
right now.
It'll be all cats all the time.
Yeah, so you can go down the slides relatively slow. You can customize how fast you go down them as well. So you can go from there, and then more blowing up.
Oh, that's so good.
And you can go relatively fast like that. In and out of the world.
Yeah,
really
I've seen
simple
it.
stuff right here. Yeah,
and all that stuff that wasn't there before in part 2 with the depth.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Because we've added those 16 layers, so we want to make sure that you were able to play all over the place. Yeah,
that's so cool.
It's really neat stuff. So in a way, it's kind of like adding so many 3D elements to a 2D, relatively 2D game.
Yeah, was that difficult?
Yeah. Well,
because you have to have it make sense, right? So people can add layers that are playable. I mean, if that makes sense.
That's totally understandable. We just made sure that because the community, and we love the community. Actually, I'm from the community myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hired.
Yeah. Because you were the guy that.
I made some interesting levels.
Yeah, you made some great stuff.
Made some pretty interesting levels. Yeah, but some of the things I made like a top-down fighting game.
Okay.
Just, gigantic monsters and everything like that. It's a lot easier to do with the 3D layers now because you're not fighting, glitches and everything like that. We said, go for it. Go for it. And
so you guys were, well, I mean, you're from the community, right? So, but there's other people in the community, and so how did you hear them out? I mean, forums, emails, Facebook,
we have
Twitter.
A very,
There's about a million ways they can reach us, to be honest.
And they do. And we spent a lot of time listening to their feedback. And since a lot of us who actually work at Sumo Digital are from the community as well, who've been hired, by us, it's we really take it to heart. Some of the things that we want to change, like obviously not being a developer and seeing a game. You want things to work out. I wish they had this. I wish they had this.
Yeah.
So we really tried, obviously as coming from the community, we're like, yeah, let's see if we can do that. And that's why we went with this route as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Definitely. Yeah. And so another one of the 3D layers that I want to show you. This is the bendy rail. So it's kind of like taking a wire between 2 points and just wrapping it around everything. You make loop-de-loops, the whole nine. You can be as straight or as curved as you want it to be. And the cool thing is, if you want to make a roller coaster level, this is probably the best tool to use.
Those are some of the best.
Really simple things.
Yeah, we've got a guy called Josh Hughes. Hi, Josh. You're probably watching. Who has spent about 5 years at every event. Every time I see him, he's like, all I want to do is build roller coasters. I keep trying to find ways. Pretty much this has come in because people like him are so passionate with their roller coaster love.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So all you need to do, really, is place a bendy rail, and then you can connect this thing right here called a rail hook. It's a caster-like thing. To any object, and it will actually ride the rails. You can go back and forth, and you can also obviously edit its speed right here. Oops. There we go.
Oh, you know that people are just going to go.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what is that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, all these little things here.
It's just going to be as fast as possible.
And
then they'll find a way to make it even faster.
Yeah, exactly. So not only can objects ride on it, Sackboy and friends can as well. So you have a Sackbot grabbing it here.
Bringing all the people.
Yeah, maybe.
Come on, come on.
No, that was adorable, but yet somewhere that was a weird, adorable violence.
It's the Little Big Planet way. And the cool thing is, you can actually make it invisibles. So, as you can see here, they're actually riding on the bendy rails, but it doesn't really look like it. And they're just riding smoothly through the deep layers. In and out, in and out. And if I wanted to make a shoot 'em up, right? If I wanted to make an asteroids type level, all I need to do is place the bendy rails for the enemy's pathways. So I don't no longer have to make really, really complex logical bits and whatnot. Because, to be fair, we can get really complicated.
Yeah. How complicated were some of those user-generated stages? We
had people. The calculator was still the thing that somebody built.
From Little Big Planet 1, that's before we had proper logic systems from Little Big Planet 2. A working calculator.
Wow. Yeah. A working calculator.
Yep. One of the guys that we
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really wild. You can really go nuts. And one of the guys that of course we hired, Steve Big Guns.
Steve Big Guns.
I take it he's got the guns. He's got
just a couple.
Steve Big Guns.
Kind of small now. But he made a first-person shooter. And again, these are things you really can't expect to make. You're like, can we do that?
Wow. Yeah.
So hopefully a lot of these tools make it easier for
It's
players
crazy. Ilka made a 7-part sci-fi drama series in it.
Yeah.
There was a puzzle. It's astonishing. We've had wedding proposals.
We've had the game. Yeah. Whoa.
They're beautiful things.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of.
Have you had any divorces via?
I hope not.
We only bring.
This game has 16 layers now.
16 layers of wedding bliss.
That's better than a burrito, right? Burritos have some layers.
A 16-layer burrito.
A 16-layer burrito.
There's a lot of sour cream in this thing.
There you go. So anything's possible.
Yeah, most definitely. All I need to do is run over the pedestal, and now I have a drillinator. We like to put
drillinator.
Look at
that. That looks incredible, though.
Yeah.
Now, when you're spinning it, that looks so good.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is pressing R1. Whoa.
Yep.